Yeah, yeah, it's okay, but yeah, I think yeah, it's okay, right? It's,
I think it's fine.
points,
Yeah,
yeah,
it is
points,
just
right?
profile.
Yeah, points and
Yep,
lines. It's not much of it.
yep.
So now, basically, see if you take fillets, you have more options. So you have to look into the sketch tools. So you can see there are like one, two, three, four, five, six different types of fillets that you can use. So you should know exactly what is there in the catalog, like what all things you are able to do it. So where you can save time. So over here, this thing. See, first one is a normal fillet, the one which we did right now. In this, whatever edges we had, all those things gets trimmed off, right? So whatever sharp edges is there, all those sharp edges gets trimmed off. But in certain cases, what happens is those sharp edges will be required for some other functionality. So at the time, you can't just simply trim those things off. So now, for example, I have a rectangle. I'll take this extent. Okay, and just a rectangle for example. So if you just take this, see second one is trim first element. First element, what I select, that will get trimmed. So if you do like this, see, you can just apply a fillet. The water first element I selected, that gets trimmed. Okay, the second
Mm.
element remains. So if this line is required for some other function, so you can just let it remain just like that. So then we have no trim at all. So if you have those two lines, you can just leave it as it is. Control Z, you don't have to bother them. You can just leave them in that place, and you can still have a fillet at that particular point without troubling them. Then again, next one is standard line trim. Standard line trim is like these extra lines which is going out, that you can trim, and these edges are right, the edge which is there, that you can keep.
Okay,
So like this, that's sharp edges you can just get rid of, that extra lines you can get rid of, but the sharp edges you can keep it in place. Okay, that's one type. Then here we have construction line trim. So construction line trim, again, whatever line is outside that line we can make it construction line like this. I didn't select it, sorry. Control Z. So we can make, yeah, standard line trim. Can select this construction line trim. So all the lines which is on the outside will become this thing, construction lines. So if any if any constraints or anything is in place, then you can just what do you say? Those constraints won't go change. Here we have construction line no trim. So you can just straight away leave it as it is. You don't have to bother anything. See here, coincident desire that remains. Here also coincident. So if anything, any other constraints is attached to this, it's not going to change. Okay, that's it.
yeah.
So in chamfer, similar manner, we have different types of chamfer. Exactly the same thing. I don't think I have to explain this because same thing. All the line trimming only.
Mm-hmm.
It's exactly the same. So if I select this, I can just select the type of chamfer I want. In chamfer, you have two, three types. So these are different from this. This is the normal distance of the chamfer. Okay, like normal distance. Yani the angle, standard angle 45 degrees, and the line distance. That's a standard thing. Now,
Mm-hmm.
if you want a different type of chamfer, like it's always depending on the drawing. So in certain drawings, what they do is they'll give only the dimensional chamfer. So for that, here we have the second option, that is first and second length. So you can give the first
Okay,
and second length, okay, like this, and you can chamfer it.
okay.
Okay, you can give first and second length
Mm-hmm.
and chamfer it just like that. Then here next is This is what angle in first length. So again, you can change the angle. You can change the first length. So whatever first length you want, that you can give here. Here, first one is slope, right? Slope distance. This is length. Whatever length you want, first length you can give. What first line you're selecting in that line, and in the second line you can give the angle. So whatever angle you want, you can change it also. It's not stationary. You can change it like this. So are we clear with this?
Yep.
Yes.
So we have done fillets, chamfer, trim, then mirror, and this is there. That will do it slowly. So now close this. Start. We'll do one example. 2D sketch. So yeah. So in this, so rectangular pattern. So select this. We'll do this now. Take screenshot of this. Once you're done, you can say done.
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 Shivagan,
Done.
done. Minimize this. We'll minimize this. So over here, zoom out, zoom in. So we'll do this first. So what do we see here? We see an elongated hole, right?
Yeah.
Elongated hole. So what I can do is I can just straight away. I know I have the tools, so I can straight away use that. So first I'll just randomly do it. One I'll create one that is in center. Then offset to
Mm-hmm.
that we have one more. So that also will create off. Same points you take. This end point. So you have to see the cursor. See nothing popping up. So these are two things. So now dimensional constraint. This thing is the inside circle is one more is there. Okay. Delete this. Here already it's given. So that's its over constraint. One more is there. So again at that same point you take one and two you take. So here it's already there. This is what start from the max. So maximum distance is 40. Enter. Second distance is 30. Enter. And the smallest distance is 20 radius. So all these things is done. So this thing is again construction lines. So you can select this, make it construction line. That is done. Then what do we have? This is 20. Yeah. What do we have in place? So next is this thing has a rectangular back. So what I can do is I can just draw a straight line. I draw a straight line, make it normal line. So next is this distance from here to here. So first we'll just this is done. Take extend command. First we'll do all those things whatever is coming. Extend command you do. Select this side. You take this one's extend command. Select this side. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
that is done. Then you can just trim this circle off. You don't want that. Then what do you have? We have a dimensioning part. So double click on the dimension. Wait, before dimensioning, it's okay, fine. We'll do the dimensioning part. Double click on this. From this point to our circle endpoint, we have a distance of 40 mm, enter. That is done. Then what else we have? So 40, 60, it's the same thing. That's not going to change. Then we have, yeah, this length we didn't
Central
specify.
line dimension is 35.
Yeah, this central line is 35. That is what they have mentioned. So this central line is very small, 35. Enter. And same also same. You have to just select this endpoint, endpoint. Select this.
Coincidence.
Escape, escape, escape. Select this and select this. When we are doing it, what has happened is that point we didn't select. So if we had selected that exactly on that point, then it would automatically move here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So this is done. This is done. This is done. Everything is done. Now I can just minimize this. So now focus on the circles. So we have so many circles. So first we'll do the small circles. One, two, three, four, five, six. Six circles. So at these two locations, you can see the line. At these two locations, we have two circles. So what I usually do is, where is the circle option?
The full, the arc.
Arc,
It
arc,
is in
arc.
the arc, right? The profile arc. After the elongated. The 3 point arc, right? We have circle. No, profile, elongated thing, and after that,
Yeah.
if you click on it,
I'm still focusing. I was just focusing on the circle. That's why I couldn't see it.
mm-hmm.
So we'll just, this is not required. Close this. This is not required. Close this. This is not required. Close this. So even if you close this, it'll be there here only. So if you
Mm-hmm.
just drop down, you can find it here. So even this is also not required. Circles. So what do we want? We want circles. So you can just select this. At this particular point, create a circle of diameter how much?
8.
8. So you can just go here, put 8, enter. So we got a circle of diameter 8. 8 is too much here. I think it's a radius. Radius 8. Yeah. Yeah, we give radius 8. Still it's,
Diameter 8.
yeah, I think, yeah, diameter 8. Diameter 8, yeah. Good. So if it's diameter 8, this will be 4. Or what you can do is, here only you can change. Make this diameter and you can give 8, enter. So that part is done.
We
Okay,
can do mirror
no need to mirror. What I usually do is I select this, Control C, then I
and
do,
paste.
yeah, I do Control V, Control V, Control V, Control V. Then I just take this, I put it here outside. Actually, double work necessary. Yeah. See, this thing is moving.
Can't you
Okay.
select a point and then put Control V?
No, no, we can't do that. It'll be on that thing only. See, this is moving. So what you have to do is select this point, hold Control, select this endpoint, select the vertical line, and make it symmetry with respect to the center line. So you can see
Mm-hmm.
almost everything is constrained now. So you can
Mm-hmm.
select this point, select this point. See, there's a shortcut
Coincidence.
for constraining also. I'll teach. I won't teach you now. We'll learn it slowly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Select this and select this. So you don't have
Not
to.
that one,
Oh yeah, sorry.
the other one.
Select this and select this. Over here, you can select coincidence. Click OK. Select this and select this. Over here, select coincidence. Okay. Get rid of this. Again, select
We have two more.
two more. Huh? Yeah. Control Z, Control Z, Control Z, Control C, Control V. So this will be on this point, coincident to this. Click OK. Then we have to select this and make it coincident to the horizontal line and click OK. Same thing goes with this. Select this. There's a shortcut for this, so no worries. Right now, just do it like this. Okay. See, the reason why you have to do it now like this is, see, every time you open this, you have all the GDNT symbols. See, like not symbols, GDNT words, terminologies. See, coincidence, concentricity, tangency, parallelism, perpendicularity, horizontal midpoint, symmetry. So you have these wordings, so which you have to be familiar with. Okay. So once this is done, so again, what to do? Now you can just select this. So if you are using SolidWorks in other software, you have equal option, like equal करके thing is there. But in this you don't have that. So radius and diameter, okay. So that's one problem we have in this. So we have to constrain this. You have to give the value. So that's one thing which we have to deal with.
Wait.
Okay. So it's done. So next is what? We have this fillet over here. Okay. So what I can do is I
Mm-hmm.
can straight away use the fillet as a fillet. Mm, very close it. Delimitations is over here. Yeah, it's over here. Operations. So you just say, select your fillet. Select this thing. Select your fillet over here and just go to your sketch tool. What is the value of the fillet? It is radius 10. Select R10 and you can get the radius of the fillet. And here we can see there is two more circles at this location. Then we click on circles at this
Mm-hmm.
point. Select one circle. Make sure it's not tangent to anything. Similarly, here also just select one more circle. Make sure it's not tangent or connected to anything else. If it's connected, then again you have to delete that connection. So it's unnecessary waste of time. So here we have when you're doing it, you can offset it. But since we are not use those tools, just stick to what the tools you are using. So here the radius is the circle is at a distance of 57.5. I will click first 57.5 exact center. So no need to do anything. It's already coincident. So that is done. So the radius of the circle is diameter of the circle is 16. So just give 16, 16 enter. Over here also you can give 16 enter. This thing is not constrained. That means the point is not tandem with this. So when it is tandem with this, then why it's not constrained? Because this line is not in tandem with it. So why the line is not constrained? Because there is no height we have specified. So just give a proper height and it will become constrained. It is I can notice your problem. Just try moving this. So you can see this is not horizontal. So I think that is a problem. Make this horizontal. Click OK. So now it's constrained. So next is what? Again we have these circles.
Mm-hmm.
So just select this. I don't want any tangencies. So what I'll do is I'll prefer creating a circle outside. I'll create one more circle. You can see this tangent is there. Delete this. Double click on dimension. This thing is radius 17.5. Enter. This is also 17.5. Enter. So it's much better to do it outside and then
Mhm.
bring it in place, because we don't want any unnecessary constraints to affect our operation. So what I'll do is, see, instead of selecting the center point, I can straight away select circle to circle. So I can give a concentricity constraint. Same thing over here. I can select this and I can select this circle. I can give concentricity option. So here, what I can do is double click on
True.
trim option, get rid of this. So this thing is instead of this, Control Z, Control Z, Control Z. So instead of this, what I can do is double click on this, delete this area, this and this area. Okay, this
Mhm.
and this area. These two areas you delete. So it's much more convenient. You can just delete this like this instead of going through
Mhm.
doing other things. So now, what is the problem with this? Then you can see this. I think, yeah, it is. Now we don't want this also. Double click on this. Get rid of 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 this and get rid of this. So that is done. Now just make normal view. Now see what are the things that is required for constraint. This is horizontal. I think there's some symmetry tool which is gone. So see, automatic tangency has applied. So we didn't want that at all. So that is gone. A tangency with respect to this area. So this point is in tandem with this. We can't give coincidence. Okay, we can give. Click OK. Here also, select this, select this, select these two, select this, give coincidence, click OK. So we constrain this. Now just try moving this. Okay, it's locked in place. See, it's changing. Control Z. So see why this one is changing. The height is not specified. So just specify the height. This two, this, you specify the height. It is constrained.
Mhm.
Then select this, select this. We didn't apply that symmetry option. So select these things, apply symmetry. Okay, no need symmetry. Okay, 40 is already there. So that is done. Now see what is more effective. Just try moving this. Every time if you have any doubts, just try moving it. See this, Control Z. So what we can do for this? This is concentric. I don't want this to move from this position. Control Z. So center of this is coincident to this. Okay. So that's not going to move. Yeah. Same thing here. Center of this is coincident to this. Now that's not going to move. So now this thing, this try, see this radius is gone. For some reason that's called the radius value is gone. I don't know why. So there is also constraints. Everything is constrained. And now this thing, it's not constrained. I wonder why. Just try moving this. So radius is not changing. Okay. Control Z. So this horizontal line length is changing. Control Z. So what I can do is I can just select this one's endpoint. Hold control. I can select this one's endpoint. Wait, I can select this one's endpoint. Hold control. This one's endpoint. Select the horizontal line. Go apply symmetry here. Select the user selection filter. Select this. Hold control. Select this. Then turn this thing off. Select horizontal. Go here. Apply symmetry. So it's constrained. So you have a properly constrained thing. So here all that remains is your fillet. So double click on the fillet. Select the points 1, 2. Control Z. Control Z. Control Z. Control Z. Control Z. Uncheck this. Control Z. Select the points 1, 2, 3, and 4. You can directly select it like this using user selection filter. Select this. So the radius of that is how much? Again, radius 8. So you can select 8 and give enter. So your work is done. Anything else? Have we left out anything?
No.
Okay then. So do this example and do one more example. So try doing this one. This is that cylindrical elongated hole. So take screenshot of this
Mm-hmm.
elongated hole. This is cylindrical elongated hole. So make sure this is in center. Once you're done, you can say done.
Yeah, I'm done.
Prabha, done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. Chalo then. Let's wind up for today. We'll meet again tomorrow. And
Okay.
don't stop with DFMA and other things. Keep updating it. There's plenty of points. Thousands and
Mm-hmm.
thousands of points. Okay.
Okay.
Chalo then. We'll wind up. See you guys tomorrow. Good night.
Bye.
Yeah, see you.
Yeah, good night.
Good night.